Are you still there, Brenda?
Yeah.
I thought I'd lost you there.
Here we go.
Set the wheels of love in motion. Get ready for co-host, ready for the ride of my life. Oh, what I got in mind, baby. You won't be needing no Viagra or love potion. I got plenty of them. My mama gave me, make you need your ride. So baby, let nature take its course. Go with the flow wherever the wind blows. Take it nice and slow. Talk beneath heaven's floor and do just what we came here for. 'Cause I'm feeling you. Hey boy, all my feelings and share a glass of wine. Before we intertwine like this on the grave. I'm feeling you. Hey boy, all my feelings and share a glass of wine. Plunge and swim the deepest ocean. Joy and pleasure that cannot be measured or naturalized. Oh, baby, take your time. I wanna feel the wave of your emotion. Don't get better, we'll do it wherever. Let's go for the night. Baby, when your wave hits my shore, we're rolling back and forth and going to and fro. You know I'm yours for sure.
Let's jazz it up here on blogtalkradio.com. That is Hey Boy by Hil St Soul. That is who is on my platform today. Phone lines are open. You know what to do. Call my hotline number, Welcome, Hil St Soul. You're with me.
I am. Hi, Brenda. Hi.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the UK. I'm calling from London, so that's where I live. So, yes, I'm calling from the United Kingdom.
All right, United Kingdom, the UK. You know, I hope you're all listening in. You know what to do. Call my line. Call my line. So, that first track I played, Hey Boy, what's the story behind that track and what year did that track come out?
Well, that track was off my second album called Copacetic and Cool, and which came out in, I think it was around 2002. So, yeah, I can't believe it's been that long, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was released in 2002. And it's basically just a love song about, spending time with that special person, that loved one, spending quality time and just trying to create special memories with that person, really. So it's a simple kind of love song. Just hopefully it's uplifting. When people hear it, they find it uplifting. But it's really just talking about that kind of special connection that you have with that special one, and just the special time moments that you share together.
Right. And thank you for that information. Thank you. As we move along, tell us about your musical journey. What and who was your inspiration back then as you began your music career in singing and songwriting? And how did the title Hil St Soul come about? Go right ahead.
Oh, well, I mean, I would say my musical inspiration sort of stems from, or is really influenced by my dad. My dad was, is a soul man, I should say. So he's got a vast sort of like soulful record collection. So I just remember at a very young age listening, just hearing a lot of soulful sounds, just like really warm soulful music in the house. So I, hear people like you'd hear like. Oh, so many people like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Motown, the staple singers. So that's what I grew up sort of hearing, Shaka Khan, all those kind of, artists. So I think they kind of indirectly influenced me. And I wouldn't say anyone specific, but I would say the only artist that I always name check is that I just absolutely loved vocally was Aretha Franklin. Just in terms of like as an artist, that's kind of who I aspired.
All right.
Wanted to sound like. Of course, my voice sounds nothing like her, but I just felt like her voice really resonated with me. And I'm very much into voices. Like I loved Whitney Houston. I loved I love Jill Scott, Erykah Badu. So I don't have anyone specific in mind, but I just love people that have got just amazing voices. So that's kind of what's inspired me, I suppose, as a singer. But I've kind of had to find my own voice, really, over the years. Just, you just grow into your own. But definitely soul music is the foundation of what I do. And I would definitely have to, give credit to my dad because of his, taste in music is what I was exposed to. So I kind of grew up listening to that, and that's had a major influence on my music.
All right. Okay. And do you have any other family that's musically talented like you?
No, unfortunately not. I mean, as much as like my dad and mum do like singing, but they don't have, voices like me. But that said, I think, when you sort of hear your folks have, humming melodies and what around the house, you as a child, you pick that up.
Right.
But in terms of anyone else, because I've got 4 siblings. So there's 4 of us. I've got three other siblings. None of them sing. They all do different things. One of them's he's into computers. My brother, that is. My other sister, she's like into she's into science. So we're all very different. But I'm the only one that actually took up music as a career. So. I'm the only one in my family.
All right.
No, nobody else has got the musical gift. No.
All right, and thank you for that information. Thank you. So as we move along on our showcase, we're going to talk about the new single, Heaven Must Be Like This. What is the story behind that track?
Well, funny enough, because I've sort of, been recording for a while now, just, and I'm always, occasionally will try out different covers and what have you. So I sent some ideas that I had done to Randall, who's the general manager at Shanachie. And although he liked what I was doing, he just basically suggested, he said, oh, what do you think about covering this song? And I'm familiar with the Ohio players because my dad has that in his record collection. And, and I like the song, but I never really thought about covering it. But when he suggested it, I said, well, you know what, I'm going to have a listen to it and see how, if it works with my voice. So once I kind of immersed myself into the song, because I was really listening to the original version, by the Ohio players, I just kind of it was like a journey of discovery. I just really thought it was a beautiful song and the composition, and I felt that it definitely was a song that I could put my stamp on and put my take on it. So once I kind of just got my head around the vibe of the song, I just kind of went in the studio and recorded it. I got a backing track from the producer who his name's Prince Damon's, and when I heard his version, because he'd obviously updated it, loved it, and I thought, well, let me just, at that point I still wasn't sold on the idea because, for me it's all about whether, you connect with the song when you're recording it and if it works with you vocally. So, but once I started, it was almost like I was painting a picture. So went in there with a blank canvas, and then I was just putting my, started layering the vocals, and it just all came to life and just seemed to, click. And, and that's the end result that you have now that's on radio. So when Randall heard it and everybody else at the label heard it, they loved it. So it just worked out. And I'm pleased that it has, because it's such a beautiful song. And also the fact that it is a very old song, sometimes it's really lovely to kind of be able to breathe new life into a classic like that.
Yes.
And just share it, with a new audience. So, so that's basically how that came about.
All right. So what I'm going to do is play Heaven Must Be Like This. Phone lines are still open. Call in and speak to Hil St Soul. Here is Heaven Must Be Like This. Be right back.